Good afternoon, old fart on a motorbike, around the field, walking again. It's getting a bit nesh today. The weather's changing, it's getting a bit autumnal, autumnish, something like that, any road up. Any road. Do you think YouTube is getting quite shit of late? I'm having one or two issues with uploading videos from my iPad, which I've never ever had any problems whatsoever, and now I can't get it to do it off any iPad or iPhone. It's utter shit at the moment, so it's causing me some problems, to be honest. So what I have been doing is sending the videos up by the internet and doing it that way, and I'm able to do that by the internet. What a prat! By the browser, and I'm able to do that. But I've heard seen one or two comments about people having problems with YouTube. I don't know whether you've come across any answers. I don't think many of you have been using iPads to upload videos, but if you have, if you could let me know if there's if you've got any issues or whatever. Any road up, my talk about today is filtering. A bit motorbike-ish, but however, filtering is great for whizzing along the road and getting places pretty quick through, dodging through cars and that. But the filtering I'm on about, it's not that sort of filtering. It's filtering when you talk to your wife, partner, girlfriend. Now there's a little bit of advice here. There's a bit of marriage advice from the old fart. I do tend to do the odd little vlog regarding, an healthy marriage, if you know what I mean. Not that part. But if you need any tips, I can just comment and I'll do my best in a vlog or two. Any road up. Where were I? Filtering. Yes, filtering. Now, as you know, men are not very good at multitasking. Well-known fact. Now, the problem I've got, you see, is when I'm concentrating on something, I bet the wind's blowing and making a right bloody noise on this. Let's try it that way. Might not be. I tell you what, I'm going to switch you off for a second, switch you back on, see if we're getting any wind noise. Right, as you can see, I'm standing behind a tree, so it's bound to stop the wind noise. Until I finish rattling on, and then you can't hear a pissing word. Right, where were I? Yeah, filtering. Marriage guidance, that's where I were. Now, the filtering you are all experts at on motorbikes, but I feel I'm an expert with some degree of years behind me regarding the filtering, regarding your partners, wives, mistresses, whoever. Any road up. Here's a bit of advice for you. It's free, you don't have to pay me. Now, multitasking I was on about, weren't I? We're not very good at it. I'm not very good at multitasking. So what I tend to do is concentrate on one thing at a time. I find that's the easiest thing to do. So if I'm on the iPad, I'm on the iPad. I'm not listening to the telly or the missus getting it that. I'm not doing that because I can only concentrate on one thing at a time. Right? So what you've got to do is use the filter method. Now the filter method, how can I explain it? Selective hearing. What you got to do is pick up the best bits of the rabbit, right? Now, it's no good picking the wrong bits because the next day you're going to be tested on it, and I'll prove this. Now, like the other night, I've given you sort of a broad example, not a specific one, but like the missus will be rabbiting away, right, and I'll be on my iPad watching the vlogs and that because I enjoy doing that. And I'll say, yeah, what, yeah. And she'll say, you're not listening. I say, I am listening. And that means cue the filter. Because when she says you're not listening, you just listen a little bit to get the odd glimmer of natter. You store that in a part of your brain back there where you can access the next day. No longer. You don't need to remember it forever, just the next day. Right? So you go into filter mode and you go, important bit. So you listen intently to the words. And she'll say something like, did I tell you that the girl next door's having an affair? Oh yeah. Remember, back end, store it in there because you're going to be quizzed on that the next day, right? So the next day, right, you go out on your bike, come back and see this bloke heading into next door's house, and you say to the missus, I've just saw this chap going next door, I don't know who the hell that is. And she says, I told you yesterday. What? You see, now this, when you say what, ought to be an automatic reaction to go to the back end there where you've stored the relevant information. Now, sometimes the electrons, we're getting a bit scientific here, can't quite reach right at the back there. So this is where you can drop a bollock. If you're not stored it correctly, what can happen is the electrons are not getting up there, and then automatically there's like a reflex reaction that goes from the back of your brain where the electrons are not coming back, going into your tongue, and it says, you didn't say out about that. And this is where it can get you in an awful lot of trouble. So really, what I'm saying is, you're probably best to get your brain cells in order so that they receive the electronic information that you've stored from the night before. I'm still working on that, but that's where filtering comes in handy, you see, because you filtered the correct bit, however the electrons are not working right. So I'm gonna work on that and come back to you on that. Right, now going on to the next subject, this is where I'm probably getting a problem with you vloggers, to be quite honest. You're probably not multitasking like you should be, because I have said, I don't know whether you've realised this or not, because you've probably not got the electrons sorted out. I have mentioned that I'm doing a competition. In fact, I'm doing two competitions. Well, not two competitions, but one definite competition where I've asked you to do a little video. I think if it's on vlog 89, yeah, it runs out soon. I've got 6 entries, and I've already done a reminder on my bike telling you, I gave you a bollocking on that. Still only 6 entries for that marvellous Beckacoolwear suit. This is my last reminder, apart from a couple before, the actual day. But also, right, I've also done the free dip out the at malarkey for these beer handle label thingies, and I ain't had many for that either. So I think multitasking, take it on board, listen to the old fart. It'll help you out with your relationships, and it'll also help you out with the competitions that I'm running. Anyway, that's it for now, folks. So ride safe, and that's it. Bye for now.